Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and being a producer of Wrestle Massacre as well as Inside Movies Galore, I am David Streggy, and welcome to Delusions of Grandeur. Enjoy the reviews. I certainly did.
Okay, Dave, that's it. Screw you and your college flunkies. I've had enough of this from you and from everyone else. I know what you guys are trying to do. Break me down, drive me out of the force. Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge, so fuck you. Over.
Did you miss me? I guess not.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Streggy. I am a film reviewer for Delusions of Grandeur, and this is my voiceover review of Violet, which is directed by Samuel Vainisi. This is his newest film that I have in my collection. And he's known more of a producer for such films as Blood Moon River, Summerland, The Bad Man, Terror to Morph, a short film, and Flowers 2, and I guess recently for 2022, The Hag Witch. But he's done several short films before this. Senses from 2018, Acrasia, and Breathe, which Breathe is a 2018 short film that shows up on the Violet DVD as an extra. So, Samuel Vainisi is a filmmaker from Illinois, and he goes under the production company of Sarah Wynn Productions. Check the film out if you get a chance. I know I got number 195 out of 300 copies that were printed, and you can find his feature Violet on his Store Envy storefront. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and tell you what this film is all about. So thank you for listening ahead of time. Definitely it was a trip. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and like I said, my name is David Streggy, and this is Delusions of Grandeur. And this is my copy of Samuel's, one of his latest films, because his newest film I have yet to pre-order, which is Scarlet. But this particular film ended up having 300 copies. And before I get started, I wanted to kind of state what IMDb tells us about the film, and two other things that I wanted to tell you. So IMDb tells us that moments after being brutally violated, a once starry-eyed girl named Violet wanders through the night, traumatized and completely changed. And I'll also tell you what the back of this says too, if I can get a flashlight on this for a moment, because it's very dark. So, according to the back of this, it says, moments after being brutally violated, a once starry-eyed girl named Violet wanders through the night, traumatized and completely changed. Violet begins to track down the men who have hurt her, determined not to be a compliant victim anymore, and take matters with her into her own hands. It's hard to read the rest of this, but you get the gist of it. But the other two things I wanted to mention is that besides Jason Crow playing Josh Campbell and Alice Winkler as Violet Thompson, which are the two main characters of this film, we have Brian Papandrea, who is an actor as well as a director for believe his first film was The Big F, and then Beyond the Valley of Belief, and then Beyond the Valley of Belief Volume 2, Fritz on the Run, as well as Feast or Sunday. So he plays Steve in this feature. And Martin Trafford, who has come to be known as a very cool graphic artist for many short films and films like Cut and Run, The Gateway Meet, Melancholy Dare Angel, Found, Carcinoma, The Carnage Collection, Feed the Black, Plank Face. You know, these are all... Oh, Torment. These are all gorish and artistic gore films that Martin Trafford has been part of in some way, shape, or form as far as cover art and stuff. And he is a phenomenal artist. So, I guess this is his second feature to show up in, and I thought that was kind of cool. Other than that, this is my copy that I wanted to show you. So, thank you for listening, and hopefully you like what I say about the film. So, we have Violet, who was played by Alyssa. I believe that's what her name is. Yeah, Alice Winkler. And Violet has been violated by 3 different men. And she has a very strained relationship with her mother. But she has a secluded place that she goes to near a lake that's nearby, that she ends up meeting a young man at that seems to be having problems with his own folks. And I guess he goes by the name of Josh, played by Jason Crow. And the chemistry between these two actors is very cool. I mean, I think this is one of the best on-screen relationships that is kind of natural. It's almost like they're like friends or whatnot anyways, like outside of like the film. So it's only natural that these two are the stars of the film. And it's a very interesting narrative because we get a narrative from Violet herself about what she's going through. And she begins to have a relationship with Josh. And she obviously likes horror films that seem to be close to the snuff related type films. And they really seem to get along, and she sneaks him in her home. He kind of climbs up like a prince to a princess's tower, and it's really romantic because he ultimately takes her out to like this big giant chair and shares his poetry with her and whatnot. And I guess on the side, she's already killed her first victim. And while she is having a small kind of date with Josh, he ends up like going on her computer and seeing what she's doing and following her to her second victim, and ended up saving her life and whatnot. And I guess afterwards made her promise not to do anything anymore or whatnot, because involving him in that one was enough. And so I guess they have some shared time together, and but then there comes the night where she's invited to Josh's home to meet the parents. And lo and behold, his father just so happens to be the third and final attacker. And it's this reveal that is the more painful of the bunch, because she cannot quite stop her revenge. She's past the point of no return, and she can't turn back. And she knows that she can't, and she knows that she's gonna hurt Josh, and she does. And I'm not sure if he's quite able to forgive her, but he does, I guess, in a sense, understand. It's his father, you know. So this movie does not end on a good note, and I like the fact that it doesn't, but I do kind of wish that we did have sort of a happy ending. But I also understand why it didn't have a happy ending. this right here is the first victim. I guess he was the one that was behind the camera. And he was trying to get out of and not being killed, but, you know, he was part of it, and he didn't stop it. And that's what kind of reminds me of, like, films like I Spit on Your Grave. Except this is like I Spit on Your Grave, except without the scene that the full-on attack that happened. It's suggestive that it was brutal. It's suggestive that it was violent, and it was suggestive that it was traumatizing to Violet, and it left her really emotional. She couldn't really talk to her mom about it, and you could definitely tell that the weight of these feelings of not being the victim was taking its toll on her. And I guess she kind of got excited when she videotaped the acts of violence that she enacted back. And she was, she kind of had a thrill of being popular and, you know, having these videos that she took become so well liked on this black website that she created for herself. And she did this in order to track down the attackers. But I liked the storyline. I liked the acting on especially Alice and Josh. It seemed like they definitely knew how to act around each other. And I thought that this was a very cool film for Samuel Vainisi. His previous film, Acrasia, or Before Breathe, had a sort of childlikeness about it that I think he's shocked when he made this film. This is a very adult situation and a very adult, you know, story. And the theme of revenge and the theme of pain and the theme of hauntedness is something that runs throughout this film. I thought the area locations were pretty unique. The fact that you know, the tables were turned on the second victim almost, and so on and so forth. And I do think that it was pretty cool that, I guess, in the end, that she was able to finally connect with her mother, ultimately. But she kept her mother at a distance. And her mother, at first, she seemed annoying, and always wanting to be in her life. But then I realized that she just cared about her, you know, and she wanted to be that person that she could turn to and whatnot. It was a fairly entertaining film, and I was impressed with the scope of and the depth of this film. I am very proud to know this filmmaker and see him progress into a very cool person, shining the light on these situations. For its budget, it was pretty darn good. I think this is one of the better films of 2020 that I have seen. And I would like to recommend this to all lovers of the independent film industry. But thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. I enjoyed watching this film. I enjoy having it in my collection. And I hope that you will yourself let me know down in the comments what you thought of this film, if you have seen it. And please make sure that these movies find a good home. In any case, enjoy. And thank you.
You were good, kid, real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best, see?